Hello everyone, this is Han. Today I want to show you how to write your name in Korean.
Oh wait, Han, before you start, I've found some more weird looking Korean characters, such as consonants like these, and horrible looking vowels like these. You told me there are only 14 consonants and 10 vowels. This means you tricked me?
I lied.
No, actually I didn't. These are nothing but just few variations from what we already learned. And let me explain to you as gently as I can. Oh, by the way, did you do your homework? That's what I thought. Since you brought it up, I don't want to make you sleep with one eye open. So let's get into it. Korean has these 5 double consonants. As you can see, each character has additional its own, and it's been paired together. How do we pronounce it? Pronounce single consonants with a stronger and more intensive sound. Does that mean pronounce faster and louder? Let's find out. We might need some vowel sound, so I'll use vowel R. As we learned previously, the consonant 기역 has a G sound. How to pronounce double 기역? Korean people pronounce this letter G. Compare G sound in ground with the G sound in skate. Let's get some help from vowel R so we can have more defined pronunciation. G, A, ga. G, A, ga. Next double consonant is double digit. Digit creates D sound. Compared to that, double digit creates D sound. Compare D sound in date to D sound in stand. Let's add Korean vowel R to each consonant so we can define the sound more clearly. D, A, da. D, A, da. The third double consonant is double biub. Biub creates B sound. Compared to that, double biub creates B sound. Compare B sound in buzz to B sound in speak or to apple. Let's add Korean vowel R to each consonant so we can compare difference. B, A, pa. B, A, ba. The fourth double consonant is double 시옷. 시옷 creates S sound. Compared to that, double 시옷 creates S sound. Compare S sound in story to S sound in same or S sound in sound. Let's add Korean vowel R so we can compare the different sound value. S, A, sa. S, A, sa. The last double consonant is double jiut. Jiut creates J sound. Compared to that, double jiut creates J sound. Compare J sounds in jet to J sounds in jazz. Let's add Korean vowel R to each consonant. Let's see whether we can tell the difference. J, A, ja. J, A, ja. Let me introduce you to Korean vocabulary, which can compare the different sound value in these two letters. One is 자장가, which means lullaby in English. The other one is 짜장면, which means black bean noodle in English. This is jjajangmyeon. It's like Korean spaghetti, which is something that you don't want to miss while you are in Korea. That's all folks for the double consonant. Next, we are gonna tackle on horrible looking vowels. Don't be intimidated by the look. As you can tell from the word compounded, the compounded vowels are nothing but compounded with 2 or 3 individual vowels together. Let's analyze these 4 characters first. The first vowel is the combination of A and E. It creates E sound. The second vowel is the combination of Ya and E. It creates Ye sound. In the previous video, I have mentioned when you add one stroke to the previous vowel, you are adding Y sound in the front. The same thing applies in here as well. The third consonant is a combination of A and E. It creates E sound. The fourth consonant is combination of Y and E. It creates Ye sound. As you may notice, these two compound vowels have the exact same pronunciation. So as these two. Then you might wonder, if they have the same pronunciation, why bother to have two different spellings? Well, even though they pronounce the same, you should be very careful to make correct spelling in written language. I'll give you an example. Korean word ge with a combination of A and E spelling is a dog. Korean word ge with a combination of and E spelling is a crab. It might sound the same, but you can tell you're talking about two different subjects in written language. Let's move on to next vowels. In previous video, I showed you the sample compound vowel wa, which was created with the combination of individual vowel O and R. We have learned the compound vowels is nothing but pronounce two individual vowels together fast. The same thing applies in here. We already learned the first compound vowel, but let's repeat one more time. The first compound vowel is the combination of individual vowel O and R. It creates wa sound. The second compound vowel is the combination of individual vowel O and other individual vowel I and E combined together. I'll just use compound vowel E since we already made this. It creates we sound. The third compound vowel is the combination of individual vowel O and E. It creates a sound value of we. Let's move on to next vowel, but don't give up, you're almost there. The next compound vowels are made up of vowel U and other individual vowels. The first compound vowel is the combination of individual vowel U and It creates sound value of wo. The second compound vowel is the combination of individual vowel U and E combined together. I'll just use compound vowel E since we already made this one. It creates phonetic sound value of we. The third compound vowel is the combination of individual vowel U and E. It creates a phonetic sound value of we. You almost made it. Hang in there. Here comes the final compound vowel. This compound vowel is the combination of individual vowel U and E. It creates phonetic sound value of we. Congratulations, you just made it. Hey, what do you think of these compound vowels? Clear as mud? I think so too. But don't feel so bad. Even native Korean speakers cannot tell the sound differences and often made a mistake in their spelling. Don't you feel relieved when you hear people say, "Believe me, we don't know the differences either." Finally, we come back to today's subject, write your name in Korean. No matter how complicated Korean alphabet looks, they are made up of these 14 consonants and 10 vowels. The first name that we're gonna write in Korean is Alexander. I choose this name because, no particular reasons, simply because I cannot write entire people's name in the world. I choose the name has a lot of variation in their pronunciation. So let's get started. First, we need the empty sound in, R from the vowel, R sound from the real, another R sounds from the real, vowel and E combined together create sound E, G sounds from 기역, S sounds from 시옷, R sounds from the vowel, N sounds from 니은, D sounds from 디귿, sound from the vowel. There you have it. But this Korean alphabet doesn't look proportionally correct, because I got these characters from the individual alphabet, not considering the writing. This is better looking proportionally correct Korean alphabet. Alexander. This is how Korean people pronounce. But in American English, it sounds more like Alexander. Let's try to write according to American pronunciation. First, we have to make a space for the G sound. Move the 기억 from the previous letter. Sounds from the vowel. Replace A sound with the E sound. And there you have it. Alexander. Now we try female version of this name, which is Alexandra. I'm just gonna modify current name Alexander to spell Alexandra in Korean. First, we have to remove A and sound from the letter san and letter D. Replace the vowel A with the vowel R. Add the vowel underneath of digot. We need R sound from real. Add vowel R to next to it. There you go. Alexandra. This time, let's try Spanish version of the name Alexander, which is Alejandro. I'm gonna modify name Alexandra to spell Alejandro in Korean. We don't need G sound anymore, so let's remove it. Replace the short sound with H, which creates H sound. Replace the vertical vowel R with the horizontal vowel O. Here we go. Alejandro. Are you having fun? Okay, let's move on to next name. Vivian. Oh, by the way, this is my favorite name in the whole world. Please don't ask me why. U sounds from consonant B. E sounds from the vowel. Since we are repeating the same letter, so just copy from the left to right. Empty sound U from in. A from the vowel. N sounds from the consonant nin. There you have it. An. By the way, this is how Korean people pronounce it. Rather, in American English, sounds more like Vivienne. So how do we spell V in Korean? Just don't say very carefully. Bu sounds from biub as usual. And we just learned that vowel U and E combined together creates E sound. And we're repeating the same letter twice. So copy them from left to right. We need empty consonant ion to complete the shape of E sound using two individual vowel R and E combined together. And finally, we need N sound from the neon to complete the name. Here we go. Vivienne. Next, we're gonna try Italian or Spanish version of this name, which is Viviana. Let's get started. You know the drill by now. Bu sounds from bu, E sounds from vowel. Since we have the same spelling twice, let's just copy from left to right. We need a consonant ion to complete the vowel sound R. We need N sound from neon. We also need R sound from the vowel to complete the name. There you have it. Viviana in Italian pronunciation, or Viviana in Spanish. For the next name, we'll pick the name that has the same spelling but has a different pronunciation. One good example of this is name Caleb. Caleb is American pronunciation. Let's compare to other language and let's see how they pronounce this name.
Caleb,
That was English.
Caleb, Caleb,
That was Korean.
Caleb, Caleb,
That was Spanish.
Calibu, Calibu,
That was Arabic.
Caleb, Caleb,
And that was French. As you can hear, not only each language has a different pronunciation, but also has a different intonation to say the same name. There are no right and wrong way to spell non-Korean name in Korean language. I'll try my best to spell this pronunciation in Korean as close as possible. Let's get started. We need K sound from kiok. To create E sound, we need combination of and E from the vowel. We need empty sound from ion. To create E sound from the vowel, we need R sound from the real. We also need one more R sound for the next syllable, from the vowel. Finally, we need the B sound from bub to complete the name. Here we go. Caleb. Let's see if we can spell this name with a different pronunciation. We borrow K sound from kiok, R from the vowel. We get R sounds from real we need another real for the next syllable. Combine and e together creates a sound. Finally, we need a beep to complete the name. There you go. Caleb. This name has so much variation in pronunciation. Start with the Caleb in English, with g sound Caleb in Korean, with the g sound Caleb in Spanish, with a and e sound Kalibu in Arabic, with a sound Kalebu in French. Let's move on to lovely name Kristen. Let's get k sound from kiok, sound from the vowel, r sounds from real, e sounds from the vowel, s sounds from shiot, sounds from the vowel, t sounds from tigut, again sound from the vowel, and sound from the neon to complete the name. There you have it, Kristen. Next, let's try Italian or Spanish version of this name, Christina. I'm just gonna modify Kristen name to spell Christina. Since we don't need the sound anymore, let's just delete it. Remaining tigut sound need a vowel, so we transfer e sound from the vowel. We need n sound from neon. Let's borrow vowel r to complete the name. There you have it, Christina. Let's move on. More confusing name, Michael. We borrow mu sound from mium, r from the vowel. Let's get empty sound in to create e sound. We borrow k sound from the kiok, sounds from the vowel. We add r sound from real to complete the name, Michael. This is how Korean people pronounce it, but in American English, ch sound in this name sounds more like g sound. It pronounced Michael. To create g sound, we need double gyok. If you use only one gyok, it'll pronounce Michael. So let's pair the consonant gyok to create g sound. We need sound from the vowel again, and borrow r sound from the real to finish the name, Michael. Let's spell this name in Korean with the French pronunciation, which pronounce Mikael. Mu sound from mium, e sound from the vowel. Use the double gyok to create g sound, a from the vowel. Placeholder in for a sound, which is combined with a and e sound together. We borrow r sound from the consonant real to finish the letter together, Mikael. How about in German language? I think they pronounce Michael. Let's modify the name Mikael to Michael. We need s sound from shiot and ya sound from the vowel, Michael. How about in Hebrew? I think they pronounce Mikhael. In order to make mik sound, we need to add a good sound underneath. So let's borrow gyok and position it under the current mi sound. Replace syllable sha with the h sound from hyut and add vowel r to complete the word, Mikhael. How about name Michelle? We need mu sound from mium, e sound from the vowel, s sounds from shiot. In order to create ye sound, we need to combine vowel yo and e together. We need to borrow r sound from the real to complete the name, Michelle. Okay, this is Korean pronunciation. Let's spell it with the American pronunciation this time, which sounds more like Michelle. Okay, let's remove some unnecessary spelling here, which is r and y sound. Let's create compound vowel e sound using vowel u and e together. In order to create a sound, we need empty sound in and compound vowel e, which is combination of a and e, and we transfer r sound from the real to complete the name, Michelle. I think it pronounced Michelle in French. Let's spell it together in Korean. In order to make raw sound, we need r sound from consonant real or from the vowel, Michelle. As I mentioned earlier, there is no right and wrong way to spell your name in Korean, because different language has a different pronunciation and intonation. Just write your name, whatever the sound that is relevant to you, using 24 Korean alphabet that you already learned. That's good enough. I know, you wanna get out of here fast. But before you go, would you please do me a favor? First, Google Korean keyboard online, go to the relevant website and write your name in Korean, copy your name and go to my channel, and then paste it comment section below. In this way, I know you did your homework. This is you did really good job stamp in Korea. How do I say in Korean? 참 잘했어요. 참 means really. 잘했어요 means you did good job. When I was an elementary school kid, I used to get this stamp on my homework. So whenever you post your homework in my comment section of my channel, you will get my personal attention with you did really good job as a remark in comment section. Now, I can already hear the keyboard sound of the people doing their own homework. Good. Like I said, do this for your own progress and your own benefit, not for Han Sam. I hope you guys had some fun learning Korean today, and I'll see you next video. Bye for now, and don't forget your homework.